This review is in preparation for the district content exam or your 9 weeks test, which will take place either on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on what period you have. Let's start with number 1. Translate the following figure 3 units down and 4 units right and 90 degrees clockwise about the origin. Draw the resulting image, then state the coordinates of the new vertices. So for this particular problem, you want to use patty paper. Blank paper will also work. You want to trace the figure. Make sure that you put the letter that matches the vertices, and make sure you put a little cross right here in the middle for the origin. And now we're going to count down 3, 1, 2, 3, and to the right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to put your pencil right here at the origin, and I'm going to turn the paper 1/4 turn to the right because that's 90 degrees. And then once you have the picture where it should be, you lift up the patty paper, you draw the picture on the graph, and then you write the coordinates over here that match the points. Remember, when you draw the new picture, when you write the points down, remember they'll have the little prime notation for them. It's already done for you over here on the answer area for the coordinates, but you also want to put the little mark on the picture in the graph. So I'm going to trace the picture, move the picture 3 units down, move the picture 4 units to the right, put my pencil at the origin, turn 1/4, which is 90 degrees to the right. You're going to draw the new picture on the graph, and then you're going to record the coordinates. Okay, those are your steps. You can pause the video and do that now, or you can watch the rest of the instructions. Okay. Problem number 2. From the top of the fire tower, a forest ranger sees his partner on the ground at an angle of depression of 40 degrees. If the tower is 45 feet in height, how far is the partner from the base of the tower to the nearest 1/10 of a foot? Remember, 1/10 is the first number after the decimal. Okay, first, angle of depression, 40 degrees. That's this angle right here. Remember that this angle and this angle are alternate interior angles. Which means that they are congruent. So if that's 40 degrees, this is 40 degrees. Next, we need to label our triangle. The side opposite the 90-degree angle is always the hypotenuse. the side across. If I start here and I walk across the way, this is the opposite. And then the side right next to the angle is the adjacent. So opposite and adjacent is tangent. So tangent of the angle is 40. Whatever the angles are always goes next to the trig function. So tan of 40 equals opposite, which is 45, over adjacent, which is x. We put a 1 under it to make it a proportion. Since the variable is on the bottom, I know that I need to divide. So in the inspire, I'm going to put 45 divided by tangent of 40. And once you put that in your inspire, you will get the answer. Remember that whatever your answer is, make sure you put feet. You should have a number, a decimal, and another number, because you're rounding to the nearest tenth. You can stop the video, work this out, and then go to number 3. Number 3 says that the big triangle RST is congruent to the little triangle UVT. So for this question, I just need to match my sides or create a proportion. So RS matches UV. RS matches UV. So 12 corresponds to 4. So 12 over 4 equals X corresponds to 6. X corresponds to 6. I have a proportion, so I cross multiply and divide to solve this equation. 12 times 6 is what? I divide by the number left over, and whatever this is, when I divide this, that gives me my X. Oops. So 72 divided by 4 will tell me what X is. And you put that answer here. Now we're going to figure out what Y is. I use 12 and 4 again because they're the only two sides that have numbers. So 12 over 4 equals Y corresponds to 9. So Y over 9. Same thing, cross multiply. 12 times 9, that gives me 108. And 108 divided by 4 will tell me what y is. Pause the video, finish this question, or flip the page over and keep going. Number 4. A ladder rests against the top of a wall. The head of a person 6 feet tall touches the ladder. Here's my person. The person is 6 feet tall, so from here to here is 6. The person is 9 feet from the wall. So from here to here is 9 feet. Let me underline that in blue. The person is 9 feet from the wall and 6 feet from the foot of the ladder. Here's the person, here's the bottom of the ladder. They're 6 feet. Find the height of the wall. This is the wall. That's my x. There are 2 triangles in this one, just like the other problem, number 3. I have a big triangle right here, and I have a little triangle right here. I'm going to redraw the triangles so that I don't get confused. So the big triangle right here, this is a wall, that's x. This side right here makes the big triangle, so 9 plus 6 gives me 15. I don't know how long this is. It's not a part of the problem, so that's okay. The little triangle right here, this is 6. From here to here is also 6. Now, logically, looking at the picture, you can probably figure this out. But we're going to do it mathematically to prove that what you're thinking is correct. So I'm going to match up my sides. 15 matches with 6. So 15 over 6 equals x over 6, x over 6, cross multiply, (15 times 6) gives you 90, divided by 6. When you do 90 divided by 6, that will tell you what x is. Since they didn't tell us what to round to, we're going to go to the nearest foot. So when you put your answer in, make sure you have your units next to it. So you're going to have a number in feet. Number 5. Draw a diagram, label it according to the provided information, and solve for the unknown. A soccer field is a rectangle 90 meters wide, 120 meters long. This is going to be 120. This is going to be 90. The coach asked players to run from one corner to the corner diagonally across from it. That's from here to there. How far do the players run? So that's my x.